Game Week 4 produced some good returns and had its own fair share of disappointments. Let's see how the team lined up. Tottenham's Hugo Lloris manned the sticks. He however failed to stop relentless Arsenal from scoring after they went 2-0 up at the Emirates. In defense, it was a disaster, with only Zinchenko keeping a clean sheet. Manchester United conceded against Southampton, continuing their poor form away from home. Wan-Bissaka's slot in this team raises a lot of questions. If his drought of points goes on, I will surely show him the door in the coming game weeks. Willy Boley was shown a second yellow away to Everton. He however provided an assist, but the sending off cut his points. Wolverhampton seem to be struggling with playing in the midweek, and Boley looks likely to be transferred out. The woes continued in the midfield. Sterling failed to get his name in the score sheet against Brighton. He went on to disappoint a huge number of people who had decided to give him the armband. While he could be forgiven for his performance, he surely will not keep the armband for Game Week 5. McGinn and his teammate Douglas Luiz also failed to deliver. Their lackluster performance at Selhurst Park sent them home pointless. Ruben Neves continued to bring in disappointing returns. Having a poor form, his value leaves a lot to be desired. His price tag of €5.5 million will be recouped and spent on a player worthy of this team. In the striking department, it was not all that bad, with Aguero producing an impeccable performance against Brighton. Aubameyang helped Arsenal to a comeback against their North London rivals. Pocky was the only one who failed to bring in points against the Hammers at the Olympic Stadium. On the bench, Fabianski was a surprise because we did not expect for him to keep out Norwich from scoring. Andre Gomez has so far failed to impress in this season. Leicester's Morgan has not started any match so far in the league. With such a player, it increasingly becomes difficult to resist the urge of using the wild card. I benched Lucas Digne hoping that he will not bring in points against Wolves. To my surprise, his performance in that match was good. While the team did not perform too well, it looks very promising in the next games. With a total of 51 points, the game week would have been better if Sterling had bagged a goal against Brighton. While we can't keep on crying over a disappointing weekend, it's time to gather hope and see how the team lines up for Game Week 5. For this game week, I will not use the free transfer. The idea is to save the free transfer and use it in the upcoming game week to transfer out some of the players who are not performing. In goal, Hugo Lloris keeps his place. Having made the joint highest saves in Europe's top 5 leagues, Lloris has some easy fixtures till game week 10, when they face Liverpool. With the likes of Southampton and Crystal Palace, this is the best time for the lad to deliver points. Zinchenko keeps his place in defense. With Benjamin Mendy not known when he will return to action, Zinchenko is a budget option from Man City's defense. City have a nice run of fixtures for the next 7 game weeks. We expect to rack in points from him. Next up we have Digne. With him bagging assists in the season, we expect he will continue to add more in the coming weeks. With Wan-Bissaka pulling out from the England squad due to a back injury, it is uncertain that he will feature for his team against Leicester. It is time for Aaron to live up to his reputation and bag points for many fantasy managers. Raheem Sterling crushed the hearts of many in the game against Brighton. While he impressed for England in their Euro qualifiers, he will not get the armband for this game week. He however, will take the vice-captaincy in case our captain does not get to play this weekend. John McGinn has proved that he is a midfielder worth of the Premier League. Having scored for Scotland against Russia, we do hope that he will replicate his performance in the upcoming fixtures against the Hammers, Burnley and Norwich. He will surely stick around for longer. Another of John's teammate, Douglas, is in contention for the transfer list. We just hope he will bring in something before his tenure in our team comes to an end. Ruben Neves has been in this team from the beginning of the season. His performance has been so poor. With this being his last appearance on this team, we just hope he will give us a budding farewell. Aubameyang has impressed for Arsenal so far. With fixtures against Watford and Aston Villa coming up, we do hope that he will continue scoring more goals. Norwich's Pukki has been on the form of his life. While the home game to Man City this weekend will be a tough one, games against Burnley and Crystal Palace will surely be good for him. We expect Pukki's form to continue. Lastly, Sergio Aguero takes the last slot in the team. While many might argue when we say that he is among the best strikers to have graced the Premier League, the stats speak all. With good fixtures for Man City coming up, we don't see any choice but to hand him the captaincy. We are confident that this move will pay off. The bench pretty much remains the same, with Bowley replacing Lucas Digne due to suspension. While this team is not locked in, we might opt to bring in Andre and have Douglas Luiz drop to the bench. We hope that this weekend will be fruitful. That is all from us at FPL Station. Let us know whom you will captain in your team, down in the comments section below. Follow us on our Twitter handle and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. See you all next week.